Let me look over my tweets, just so I don't, Okay. Alright, I think I'm coming out okay. Okay, good. Alright. Alright, I guess that's good. Alright, I think I'm good. Oh wait, go back into that. Okie dokie. Oh, hey! I just started streaming.
Oh yes, I noticed. I just wanted to jump in quick, make sure that everything was looking all right on my end as well.
Okay. Ooh, oh, my back. Okay. Ooh. I think I needed that. Okay.
Stretching.
Yeah, I kind of overslept and had a bit. I overslept. I had some late pizzas for lunch, and I'm hoping that everything will be a-okay.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Hold on. How's it, everybody? Welcome back into the Paper Plane Inn. I'm Nui, and and we are gonna see if we can try to redo Naruto meets Aang. I know we have actually tried this before, but I wanted to ask, can any of you hear me, or if anything, am I coming to you live through the chat or something?
I have just checked the stream on my end. You do seem to be coming through.
Oh, thank God. Well, the reason why I kind of want to redo this is that when I was looking over to the previous VOD for last week's Cringe Fiction, I realized that OBS didn't record my voice at all when it comes to the entirety of that video. So 2 hours kind of went down the drain when I realized that the video is going through. And people's voices are going through. It's just that my voice was not recorded at all, and it's actually devastatingly heartbroken, especially since I was having a little bit of fun in trying to read this, and only to have nobody actually pointed out that my voice was not recorded at all. And I want to apologize so much for that. You know, you guys get to see all this again. So we're gonna try to redo Naruto meets Aang, because the Twitter poll that I actually hosted the other day regarding to my discovery, they I got a few votes from there saying that they actually do care enough for me that that's okay for me to redo the redo this. So we're most likely gonna have to do this again. But I just hope that today is the day that, well, let's try to actually carry on with Naruto meets Aang. We'll try doing this again. We'll try to speed things a little bit along. And now, where we actually supposed to last left off, and this this fan fiction, Naruto meets Aang, I wrote this back when I was 15, and it was in the height when Naruto and Avatar: The Last Airbender was at its peak, and 15-year-old me thought it'll be a fun idea to make a crossover fan fiction between these two. And where we do last left off, the story started off with the setup, who's the antagonist, the Dark Legion. That 5 of the Konoha ninjas, as well as 1 Tsunagakure ninja, in order, which is Naruto, Sakura, Neji, Kiba, and Shikamaru, along with Gaara, are tasked to go into the world of the Avatar to find the Avatar to stop the Dark Legion. And child me thought it was a fun idea, but child me didn't actually put into consideration to, make it work. And her grammar is not so perfect either. So you're gonna have to take this thing with a truckload of salt, if you will. But we were all young, and we were also very, very young and experienced, and we're also gonna see if we can actually. And we actually thought that such a thing back then was, fun. This is what we did. This is something that we all did back then when we were younger. Stuff like this is fun, and this is a fun reading set. And cringe fiction, even though it's the title is such, this is a fun little project that I wanted to do. It's not just me drawing as well as gaming online. That's the one thing I want to do for this Twitch channel. Sometimes I want to do some reading, and I would love to share that with you if you guys don't mind. Do you, Dave?
Not at all. Am I coming through clearly?
Yes, you are. I can hear you loud and
All right,
clear.
cool. That's sweet. Sometimes I have to double check my own internet as well.
That's okay. So, without further ado, I guess it's now time for us to actually go and I guess it's time for us to finally redo this part of Naruto meets Aang. And, okay. Let us all begin let's go back and reread chapter 4 of Naruto meets Aang. And thankfully, we were able to actually get my voice recorded this time.
Is all good so far?
Chapter 4, Ambushed. It was morning. As the team of Gaara was running on top of the trees, looking for him from the river below. Gaara! Naruto yelled. Gaara! Gaara! Where are you? Sakura yelled. I'll be troublesome if your sister found out, Shikamaru yelled. Then Neji landed on the ground and walked towards the river suspiciously. Then the rest followed him right behind him. What is it, Neji? Kiba asked. There's something running underneath the river. Byakugan! Neji cried out as his eyes turned different. In his view, there were small trails of chakra that was under the water. I knew it. When Gaara was underwater, some of the sand of his gourd leaked out with the chakra, making a small trail underwater. But it won't last long. We have to move faster or the trail will be washed away. Neji said, It's this way. Then he moved forward right beside the river. The team soon followed him, and then they were gone in a flash. The view was taken somewhere in the grasslands near a river. I can't believe Gaara ditched us this morning. I mean, all we could find is an empty sleeping bag. He might even be anywhere, Sokka said while they are walking. Toph, do you know where he might be after he left? Katara asked. No, but I did remember last night that he didn't sleep the entire evening, Toph replied. He didn't? Aang, Katara, and Sokka said. Yeah, he didn't, Toph replied again. I wonder what he was doing the entire evening, Aang wondered. It's me, Toph said. As they continued walking in the grassland, Momo suddenly heard something in the distance. At the same time, Toph's feet suddenly twitched. What is it, Toph? Katara asked. It's them! Toph replied. Then, a blue flame flashed right into them as they got down, preventing getting hit. When they got up and saved armed to fight, Azula, Ty Lee, and May came out as they were on board of the lizard rides. Well, if it isn't Avatar and his friends walking in this deserted grassland, Azula said. You may defeat me, but you'll never take me, Aang said, as he armed with his staff. Ah, that's a good idea, Azula replied as she snapped her fingers. On that signal, May and Ty Lee jumped off from their rides and rushed towards Sokka, Toph, and Katara. While Azula jumped off and started shooting lightning at Aang, with Aang's staff it blocked the attack. Katara used her waterbending at Ty Lee, but she dodges every move she made until she got hit by the water whip on the leg. To Sokka and Toph, Sokka was trying to guard Toph while he was trying to crush the flying darts with the mace. Toph soon throws tons of rocks at May, but she soon runs too much and dodges too much. You guys are so boring. Then she threw a dagger and at a swish of her left hand. Toph made an earth shield, and she made an earth spike at May, but then May jumped up high as the spike nearly reached to her. Then when she's up, and she threw her daggers at Sokka and Toph. Sokka used his club to deflect the daggers, but Toph was hit in the arm. She groaned and in pain. She groans in pain. But when May's feet are on the ground, Toph created an earth trap as it trapped May's feet. Then Toph throws her arms to the left. It dragged May and throws her to that direction. At Ty Lee and Katara's battle, Ty Lee was flipping herself to Katara and struck her at the arm, making it paralyzed. Katara used her right arm for bending, but Ty Lee also struck it. With both arms useless, Katara is endangered, as Ty Lee tried to finish her off with one blow. But luckily, Sokka's boomerang hit Ty Lee's fingers. Ah! Keep your hands off my sister! Sokka exclaimed. In Aang and Azula's battle, Aang created a shield of air, preventing getting hit by the blue flames and lightning. Aang then made a large tornado, and as Azula can't hold on longer. Neji stopped as he saw the tornado from the distance. The gang stands right next to him ever since he stopped moving. What the heck is that? Naruto asked. I don't know, but let's hope Gaara's not involved, Neji replied. Then moments later, the team continued running. Okay, let me just scooch that a little bit. There we go. Aang continues to use his tornado to sweep away Azula, but she shot out a blue flame that Aang couldn't match. Then, Azula made a whip of lightning. At worst, Aang was struck at the left arm and leg. Ah! Aang was rising up, falling down as his head was struck at the large rock at the river. Katara was going to cry, as Sokka was trying to shield his eyes from the next thing that will happen. As Aang was going to die, sand appeared out of nowhere and caught Aang safely. Surprised faces were all over the battlefield, except Toph, because she's blind, when they saw the sand. Why were you guys fighting with these three? Aren't you supposed to defend yourselves? a voice called out from them from the trees. "It's him, and he's better than before," Toph said. "Who, Toph?" Sokka asked. Haven't you forgotten who I am, Sokka? You're so stupid, as your sister said." The voice said back, "Oh, sassy, aren't you, Agata?"
Sassy little bitch, ain't he?
Then in a flash, a small sand tornado was in front of Katara, Sokka, and Toph. In a few moments, the sand tornado cleared away and revealed Gaara within. The gang was happy and suspicious to meet. Hold on. Yeah, okay, it's still recording. Sorry for the interruption, chat. Let me redo that. Then in a small flash, a small sand tornado was in front of Katara, Sokka, and Toph. In a few moments, the sand tornado cleared away and revealed Gaara within. The gang was happy and suspicious to see him. "Gaara, where have you been? We were worried sick when you left us," Katara asked. "That doesn't concern you. What concerns is to get Aang out of here," Gaara replied. "Hey, who's the new guy?" Ty Lee asked May. "I don't know, but I think he's boring," May said. Then she threw daggers at him, but before it could touch him, sand spread out from the gourd and blocked the daggers. "What?" May yelled out. "If you think I'm boring to you, well, you're the one who's boring to me," Gaara said. Sass again, there it is. "Well, if you're looking to entertain yourself, well, you found your opponent," Azula said as she steps in front of May and Ty Lee. All what's left from the words are Gaara and Azula facing each other. End of chapter 4. As you can see, we're going to be playing a little bit fast and loose with this one. So, a little less on the commentary and more into getting to the point of reading. Some little bits of areas that I'm going to be skipping because, well, it'll be too much of a gobful for my mouth to go through. But no, don't you dare think about it, Dave. Don't you dare. Get them thought out of your head.
Sorry.
But yeah, I guess we're now going to continue a little bit more into chapter 5 until chapter 7, part 1 and 2. And see if we could try to squeeze in a couple of chapters that are, we haven't even touched up from the last one. Well, what do you think so far? Can you guys still hear me regardless?
Seems to be alright so far.
Okay. Alright. Now, let us continue to Naruto meets Aang, chapter 5. Chapter 5. The Ninja Attacks. Gaara versus Azula. On the grassy battlefield, the three girls are facing the Avatar's gang, with the sand ninja beside the latter. Toph steps up beside Gaara. Gaara noticed the wounds on Toph's arms and saw some blood drip down to the ground. When he sees this, he starts to remember. Lee was trying to escape from the sand, which caught him onto his left leg and arm. In a few moments, Gaara turned his hand into a fist and crushed the limbs as it made Lee scream in pain. I don't know why
that's brutal.
I don't know why past me decided to put this flashback into this one fight. I mean, it kind of made a little bit more sense now because that fight is when Lee was trying to fight Kimimaru, the bone ninja that who is another obstacle to get Naruto's retrieval the Sasuke retrieval team from getting Sasuke back. And this flashback is kind of meant for that he regretted doing that to Lee back in the Chunin exam. Past me, I don't know why she includes this flashback into, well, this fight, especially when Toph was trying to do the thing. It doesn't make a little bit more sense. Then again, when we're children, we try to copy wherever we could because it was so cool, and yeah.
Yeah, my guess is that fight probably had quite the impact at the time.
It was one hell of an impact, story-wise, but Miki, past 15-year-old Miki didn't know better. Sokka, get Aang and go for cover. Toph, get Katara and follow Sokka. Gaara ordered. Sure, tell a powerful earthbender what to do, Toph scoffed. Well, forget it. At that moment, she dashes right towards the three girls, but the sand locked Toph's right foot to prevent her from moving farther. Hey, no fair! Toph shouted angrily. I am not kidding, Toph. Get away from here, unless you want to get killed. Gaara warned her. As he walked right past her, the sand which trapped Toph's foot let her go as she walked back towards Katara, and she followed Sokka just like what Gaara ordered. Well, Avatar. Your sandbender comrade wants to fight me so he can get to you out of here. Azula sneered as she was now on board of her lizard ride. Let's see if he can handle this. Then she made the lizard run forward to Gaara. At the same time, she soon shot out lightning at him. But the sand had blocked the attack, and it was trying to knock Azula from her ride. The lizard was dodging every move he makes, and the lightning always blocked out by Gaara's sand. Then, after the seventh dodge, the sand went up to the sky as it formed into the shape of a cloud. Suna Shigore! He cried out as the sand cloud starts to draw smaller, and it became tiny, sharp, pin-sized drops of sand. The sand drops down like rain, but it only felt more like a shower of arrows from the sky. Ouch! 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 That hurt! Ty Lee cried as the sand began to hurt her and May. They tried to cover their faces from getting fatally wounded. Ignoring this, Azula still fights. This time she fires a blue flame at Gaara, but the sand blocked it as well. Then, suddenly, sand began crawling to Azula, and it gripped the lizard that she was on. Then Gaara raised his arms as more sand approaches her. Sabaku so! The sand rushes to the rest of Azula's body, but she leapt out before it reached her. Then, the sand claimed the lizard, and it was wrapped around the creature. The animal could not escape. In a few moments, the sand crushes the victim inside, and some of the blood leaked out from after the crushing sound. The faces on everyone except Gaara and Azula turned white with fear. Did you guys see that? He crushed that lizard using sand! Sokka cried out to his friends. Unbelievable! He can do that? Aang asked quietly while he sat down. Something tells me he's more than a sandbender, Toph said. The sand flew back to Gaara to become his shield and weapon, leaving a sandy and bloody corpse behind.
Jesus, that's nasty.
It is nasty. Naruto is not meant for younger audiences.
This is fair.
So, you're a little sandbender trying to destroy anything alive, but you're not good enough, Azula said scornfully. I don't know what you called me, but it's time you take it back, Gaara said. Man, the sassiness is weird. Then sand surrounded Gaara as he stood there. Then Azula gave a signal to Ty Lee, and the latter dashes forward. The sand tried to catch Ty Lee as she was coming towards him, But being the acrobat as she is, she dodges every one of the sand gracefully. When she got close, she grabbed his shoulder very hard, and it was now paralyzed. Then she tosses him into the air. May then threw darts at him as it hit him on the upper body, and lastly, Azula created a large fireball with her 2 fingers, and it burned him entirely. Then the body landed on the ground, creating a sand cloud to cushion its fall. The 2 girls, Ty Lee and May, went to see the charred body. As for Azula, stalks for Aang. Looks like your little sand freak has his end. Now, where was I? Then she lit a small lightning static at her fingers when she looked at Aang. Just before she could blast him, Ty Lee shrieked in horror. Azula looked back to see Ty Lee looking frightened as May staring wide-eyed at something. "What is it, girls?" Azula asked. "Azula, that guy we took down was actually an empty shell of sand!" Ty Lee gasped. Azula turned to see the cracking shell duplicate of Gaara.